Oh, that's loud.
All right. All right. So let's start the warm up. All right. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in. All right. Reach up to the ceiling in and out. Just do a couple of these. Let's do one more. Nice deep breath in and out. Now we'll do slow butt kicks. Just bringing that leg back, kicking the glutes. I'm excited for today. I was practicing the workout. So we've got 4 rounds, 4 moves each round. I've got 1s, 2s, 3s, and 5s. And I'll let you know which ones I'm using, just so you can kind of see where you're at. All right, we're going to do 3, 2, 1. High knee march. You could also just do body weight. But we're working the whole body today. Working a little slower, more controlled. I do have some moves in there to get the heart rate up. Let's do 3, 2, 1. All right, let's squat it down and up. Getting the legs ready. All right, we're going to do squat pulse in 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, legs wide. We're going to go into a lateral lunge, reaching for the toes. Just like we usually do with the weights. Just reaching for the toes. You can add a little extra twist. We'll do 3, 2, 1. Hold on, I'm letting in Laura. All right. Now we're going to go into a split lunge. So just bring one leg back. All right. Go into a lunge position. What we're going to do is sweep our arms up and then down. Morning. Up, down. Let's do one more. One more after this. And now let's bring knee drive up. Bring it back. I was telling Kim we've got four rounds, 4 moves each round. What I didn't say, it's 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Let's do one more. And let's switch sides. Split squat here. Arms up as you go down. And back down as you come up. I've got the weights I've got 1s, 2s, 3s, and 5s. You can also do body weight. Gonna be more slow and controlled today. Let's do one more. And we'll go into that knee drive. Keep going. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. All right. Let's walk out into, inchworm out into a plank. Sit in plank for a second. Go into down dog. Back to plank. Down dog. So alternate back and forth. And that down dog really push away that floor. All right. Let's do one more. Get into all fours, tabletop. We're going to do bird dog. Right arm out, left arm out. That back toe can be on the floor for balance if you need it. Switch. Hold it for a second and switch. Keep going. Getting the core ready for today. Let's do a couple more. All right, one more. Let's get back into down dog. Push the floor away. Walk your hands toward your toes. Slowly round your back and stand up. Do a couple of shoulder rolls. All right, we're ready. All right, get a sip of water. All right, first move. We know this bent over fly. I might use 5s here. I might switch it to 3s. They'll do the fly. You can stay here, or you can take one leg out. You have that toe on the floor. You can stay here, or as you go up, squeeze that glute and lift that leg. All right? So there are your options. Stay with the fly. Bring one toe out, challenge the balance. Squeeze that glute. All right? Woo! All right, when you're ready, I'm going to try my 5s. Shoulders roll down and back. I'm going to start with the fly. I'm going to bring one leg out. And then I'm going to start lifting that leg. So with the arms, you're squeezing those shoulder blades together in the back. All right? Like you're trying to pinch a pencil back there. And then if you're using that, if you're doing the leg lift, squeezing that glute muscle. So there's a lot of squeezing going on. Again, slow and controlled. And then, woo, that standing leg. Mine's wobbly. 3, 2, rest. I lost my balance. All right, next move. We're going to go into a reverse lunge. Pick one leg. I'll go back with my right. Pulse with the legs and the arms. I'm keeping my 5s. All right? So start when you're ready. I forgot to add a pulse to the first one. The last 10 seconds. We'll do that. Woo! Next round. Now, option here. Stay here or bring the knee up. Pulse. Really squeeze those biceps. So today is more about the reps than lifting heavy, conditioning those muscles, woo, to work for longer periods. 3, 2, rest. All right, I'm keeping these. I'm going to do a little swing. As we come up, boom, my elbows are going back like an elbow strike. So the swing is the same, right hinging, come up, boom. All right, so when you're ready, swing, yes, nice, perfect. Really squeeze those shoulder blades again, together. We're halfway. Nice form. We've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, rest. All right, we've got bird dog, but with a pull. All right, this is the 4th move of the round. So, I've got the weight in my right hand. So my left leg's going to go back. I'm going to lift and lower that back leg. As I do that, I'm going to straighten my arm, use my lats, and raise that arm. All right? I'm going to double up my mat with my knees. Again, you can do this without weight. You can keep that toe on the floor. All right? So when you're ready, you can start even with that toe on the floor. Get the arm ready, and then start lifting that leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg. That toe can go all the way down to meet the floor. And then up. Yep, down and up. Perfect. Woo! You will feel this in your triceps like I am, because I just worked triceps yesterday. But you really want to feel that pull in your lats here, in your lower back. I'm sorry, the sides of your back. We're almost there. Less than 10. Even I was going too fast. Slow the movements. 3, 2, rest. Whew. All right. Back to the top. We've got the reverse fly with that glute leg lift if you want it. All right. When you're ready, you can start with the reverse fly. And then again, you can just tap out that foot, go in and out, or lift that leg same time as you lift those arms. Woo! Okay, wobbly, wobbly. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. So, my body is probably mad at me. My cough kept me awake. All right, last 10 seconds. We're going to pulse. You don't have to keep the leg up, but let's go. Pulse the arms. Squeeze that back. 3, 2, rest. Woo! All right, we've got the reverse lunge bicep curl on the other side. You guys ready? All right. Back with the bicep. I think I did this leg already. No, I didn't. Add the knee if you want. So pulse, pulse, knee or step. Pulse, pulse. Again, moving slower. Even I was moving a little too quickly. Nice job. I think we're at 10. Yep. 3, 2, rest. All right, we've got the swing to the arms back. I don't know. I lost the word for it. Woo! All right. You ready? Let's go. Swing, bring the arms up, elbows back. I think of it like I've got 2 people behind me, and I want to elbow them to the face. Nice form. Great. You can even slow down the arm part. Hold it there. Boom. Woo. Just get that bird dog after this. With that skier pull. 6 seconds. 3, 2, rest. All right. Bird dog legs, skier pull. Now I've got the weight in my left hand. My right toe is out on the mat. I'm going to start swinging that weight. Okay, lifting that weight. Shouldn't say swing. And then lifting that leg when I'm ready. Again, you can do the arm, bring it down, then do the leg, or you can keep that toe on the mat and just do the arm. Core is tight and engaged. I can't see the timer. 3, 2, rest. Woo! I definitely felt that in my tricep from working them yesterday. Nice job with that round. All right. Take a little break. I'm going to have something to drink. And then I'll show you how we're starting the next move. All right? All right. Tricep kickbacks. What am I using for this? 3. I'm going to use 3s. So you're going to do the tricep kickback. And then, if you want to, we're going to go on one leg again. We're going to step out and in. All right? So lateral step out with the tricep kickback. All right, so I'm going to use my 3s for this. Grab the weights if you're using them. Woo! And I'm going to start the timer. All right, so you're hearing tricep kickbacks. And then step it out if you're choosing to do that. See, I was going too fast. Slow, and hold it out, okay? Hold that kickback for a beat. And then guess what we're going to do the last 10 seconds? We're going to pulse those kickbacks. Keep the arms up and pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. Next move, I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm grabbing both my 5s. All right. Sumo squat. So we'll be here. We're going to add heel lift when we go down. Heel lift other side. Now see how I'm staying in this pulse position? I'm staying low. All right. You're going to feel that burn. So feet wide. We know how to get into sumo. Let's start here. Let's start pulsing here. All right. Now as you go down, lift one toe, heel off the floor, then the other. One comes up, goes down, other goes up and down. Nice. Woo! All right. My inner thighs are already on fire. And we just got halfway. You need to stand and shake it out and go back in. We've got this, less than 10. Whoa, my inner thighs. Woo, 3, 2, rest. Woo. All right, that burn is real. All right, cross-body punches. I'm going to do them slowly. If you have a lighter weight or no weight and you want to go quicker, that's fine. But I'm just going to use the 5s and do more controlled and just punch with my 5-pound weight. All right. We've got 3, 2, and let's go. So as I'm crossing my body, see how my back foot, yep, I'm going on my toe. Breathing out as I punch. You don't have to follow my speed with this move. If you want to go a little quicker, you can. Whatever feels comfortable. This move is here to get that heart rate up a little bit. Today's not about, that high intensity, breathless. Still gonna get that heart rate up. Just more controlled. In 3, 2, rest. Woo! All right. I think I'm grabbing my 3-pound weight. You don't have to do a weight with this. We're going side plank. All right. So on the elbow, I'm going to be on my knee. Bottom leg's my knee. Arms out, legs out. Crunch in. Crunch in. Again, you don't need to use a weight for this. All right. Woo. I'm keeping that bottom knee down. Elbows in line with the shoulder. My weight on my arm is going above my head here. My toes on the floor, and then I come up and crunch. Yeah, looks good. I'm just using my threes here because as I lift over my head, anything else would be too heavy. Hold it for a beat when you get in here to the crunch and out. Let's crunch, pulse, and out. Crunch, pulse, and out. We've got this. Woo! Nice job. 10 seconds. We're back to the top. You got this. 3, 2, rest. Woo! All right. We've got the tricep kickbacks with the lateral step out. All right. I'm going to be stepping out my left leg now with the tricep kickbacks. Yeah, we use my threes. All right. So let's do this. Bring those elbows up. You can start with the kickback and start adding the tap out when you're ready. Out to the side. Nice and slow. Squeeze at the top. Nice job. Core is engaged. Ten more seconds and then we're going to pulse. When I pulse, I'm just leaving my leg out to the side. In 3, 2, pulse those arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Woo! All right. Those sumo heel lifts. Woo! All right. Grab whatever weights. If you're using them, you know you'd feel this without weights. And let's go. We'll start with the sumo. And then when you're ready, lift one heel off the ground. And then the other. You can even take that little pause in the middle, right? Lift one, squat. Lift the other, squat. Or you can just lift one heel each time you go down. Woo! You know, it's hard having the timer here. Less than 10. Woo! You got this, you got this. Let it shake, let it burn. 2, rest. Oh my goodness. All right, cross body punches. You have a second here. Take a deep breath. We're ready in 3, 2, cross body punches. Core is engaged. Core is tight so that as those weights are moving away from you, you have that control. You're not hurting your back. Forget to breathe. Looking good. We're more than halfway. We've got 4, 3, 2, rest. Woo! All right. Side plank on the other side. If it bothers you to be on the ground, you can take that weight up, leg out, and do a side knee crunch standing. All right. Ooh, my hip just cracked. All right. But if you're going on the floor, get on the floor with me. Elbow and shoulder are in line. Arm out, leg out. Pulse. Crunch and do a little pulse as your knee meets your elbow. Make sure that you're not dipping into the ground. Keep those hips up. Pulse. We're almost there. Knee to elbow, less than 10. And then we get a little break. 3, 2, rest. Woo! Nice job. All right. Take your recovery here. So round 3, the first move is standing. The last 3 moves will be on the mat. But at least you won't be getting up and down, up and down. You'll just have to go down once and then come back up once. All right? Woo! Okay. For this one, I'm going to use a 5 or my 5s. I'm going to do a curtsy. Woo! Curtsy lunge. As I come up, my palms are facing forward and I'm making a V with my weights. So that's my chest that's doing the work there. All right? So a standing fly. So we're going to go curtsy, standing fly. You know what? We're going to stay on one side to really burn out that leg. Since we've got the lighter weights here, we're going to curtsy and stay on that one side. All right? So shoulders down and back. I'm going to go back with my right leg in 3, 2, curtsy, arms up. Yep, looks good. Stay on that side. So that leg in front is going to feel the work. Low to high. Control those weights going down, just as you do going up. Squeeze the chest, these muscles right here. Squeeze those together. Pretend you've got that pencil in the front now. And you're trying to squeeze. Keep it up there. We've got less than 10. 3, 2, rest. All right. So, on the floor for the next few moves, I'm going to bring my 3s, and then I have these little 1-pounders, just so they're next to me. Next move is a Superman. This one, I tried it with my 2s and it was still hard. So this can be without weight, on your belly. Even though you're on your belly, your core is in. You can keep your toes down and just lift the top, or you can add your legs. All right? As we come up in the Superman, I want you to bring those elbows to make a W. Back out and down. Up, elbows back, back and down. All right? This is where I'm using my 1-pounders. All right? But this, honestly, with body weight, I feel it. So when you're ready, meet me on the floor. All right. 4s in, and let's lift, pull back, back up, and down. Up, squeeze that back. So remember, it's not about moving quick. Come up, bring the elbows back up, and down. So Superman, make a W with those arms. Superman, down. Less than 10. 3, let's do one more. Right. Now, we're going to do a hand release push-up. So either from your knees or your toes. From your knees or your toes. We're going to go all the way down, slowly. Land on the floor. Lift those hands up. Put them back down under your shoulders. Push yourself up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if you're on your knees, you're going to come down, hand release, push yourself up, and then you can walk out the mountain climbers. All right? So we're going to release our hands at the bottom so that we push the floor away with our hand and really use our chest. Woo! All right. You can start at the top if you like. Hands under shoulders. Slowly go to the floor. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Then your body hits the floor. Well, gently. Hand release. And push it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going down slow, slow. Woo! Release the hands. Push it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you release the hands, make sure your toes, it's just about kind of getting you ready to push yourself back up. Slowly down. Woo! Push up. 3, 2, rest. All right. Last move on the floor for this round. We're going to sit on our bums. I'm going to grab my 3-pound weights. Heels are staying on the floor. Weights are going to be in front of me. As I lean back, I'm taking one arm back, right? Trying to reach that elbow to the mat. Sit back up. Come back down, do the other, right? Like a bow and arrow, all right? Woo! All right. Let's do it. Let's get the arms out in front of us. 3, 2, let's lean back. One elbow reaching for the floor. Twist towards that side where that elbow's coming down. Nice job. So we're going back and then we're sitting up. You don't have to stay in that C curve. You've got this. Keep breathing. Back with that elbow. After this, we're going to stand for that curtsy on the other side. 3, 2, rest. Whew, I don't know about you, but my shoulders are on fire. All right, we've got curtsy with the standing chest fly. Other leg. All right, I'm going to go back with my left leg. Woo! Curtsy, chest fly. Staying on the same leg. Nice job, nice and slow and controlled. Try and go a little lower in that curtsy. Bending that front knee, back knee. Okay, go back to bed. Less than 10. And then we're on the floor. 3, 2, rest. All right. We've got those Supermans. You guys ready? Grab the weight. If you're using it. All right, so we've got the Superman. Arms to the W. And back down. All right. Arms out. Again, you can leave your legs on the floor and just raise your upper body. Squeeze up, back, up, and down. Using everything. Almost there. 3, 2, rest. All right. We've got the hand release push-ups with the mountain climbers. All right. So on your hands, on your toes or your knees, and we're going to go down slow. 3, 2, 1. Push up for mountain climbers. Slow down. 2, 3, 4. Push. mountain climbers. Release, push, ooh, off the ground. Feeling it in my chest. Woo! We've got 3, 2, rest. All right. Woo! All right. We've got those bow and arrow abs. Remember, as you lean back, bring the elbow, come back up. Lean back, try and touch the floor with the elbow. You're not gonna, well, maybe you will, but it's just about trying to touch that elbow to the floor. All right. Woo! Keeping my heels down, arms out. So even with these 3 pounds, this arm that's staying out, I feel that shoulder work. Working that core, those obliques. The core wraps around your body, right? So we're also working the core muscles in the back. I love working my back. So I love moves like this. Woo! 3, 2, rest. Although I really felt that in my shoulders. Holy jeez. I could have went down in weight, but I didn't. All right, we've got one more round. Woo! You're doing great. My phone thinks I was making an emergency phone call. All right. All right. This round, we're only going to the ground for the last move, so we'll be standing. All right. I have that I've got 3s for these, but once we just kind of work the shoulders, I might go down. I have the weights in my hand. One leg out, toe on the ground. I'm going to go up with the weight, lift that leg, come down together. Up, hold that weight there, leg lift, come down together. All right? I'm going to try with the 3s, but I might have to move to 2s. Woo! So a little hinge forward. We're going to go up with the weight, hold it there. Up with the leg, bring them down together. Up with the weight, hold it there. Leg lift, bring the leg down, and then bring it down. I changed it, okay? Up, leg lift, down, down. Hold it there, lift the leg, bring it down, and down. All right? So arms up, leg down, arms down. Arms up, leg down, arms down. Whoo! Up, leg down, and rest. All right, you don't need weights for this one. We're going to stay on one side, fingertips behind the head. Let me make sure I've got this right. Yes, okay. We're going to do same knee to elbow and then cross. So we're staying on one side. So I'm on my left. Working that left, bringing that left knee up, cross. Same knee, opposite. Same elbow, opposite. All right? So basically staying on this one side, but I'm coming side crunch, cross body crunch. All right? When you're ready, 3, 2, let's go. Side, cross, side, cross. So that standing leg, you're going to feel it along with your core. See, I was going fast. You can go fast, but you know what? Slow and controlled is going to burn more than going fast. Less than 10. 3, 2, rest. Oh yeah, that's standing leg. All right. All right, our arms are going to press out again. I've got my 3s, might have to switch to my 2s. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to go into a wide stance, right? Hold on, let me remember this. Out and back in. So arms out, arms in, back, right? So forward and back, and I'm going into that side-to-side lateral lunge, staying low. All right? I might have to switch these weights. All right, wide stance with those legs. We'll go to one side, arms up. So you're reaching out, pulling your arms back. Reach out, pulling back. But right in front of you, right? So reaching for something in front of you, even though you're lunging to the side, the object you need from the grocery store is in front of you. Nice job. We can start to the other side next round. Squeezing that back, squeezing that chest. You'll feel it in those shoulders too. 3, 2, rest. All right. Here's move 4. All right, we only have to do this one more round. I'm gonna go into bear. All right, so tabletop, curl those toes, bring the knees off the ground. Bear, then we're gonna pike, toe touch. Back to bear, pike, toe touch. So it's just like when we're in plank and we're doing toe touch. We'll just do it in bear. Go from bear, so hover those knees, touch the toe. If you need to come down on those knees, feel free to do that. All right? All right. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Curl those toes if you're going into bear. Hover those knees. Pike the booty and go for your shin or your toes. And then go back to bear. Yep. Bear. Pike. Perfect. Sit in that bear for a second. Really fire up that core. Woo! This isn't easy. Using lighter weights, going slower, it is not easy. You're doing awesome. Rest. My sister used to teach barre and mat Pilates. Remember the first class I took. All right, we're going to start with, we've got the front raise here. So we're leaning, hinging just a little bit here. And then we'll have the leg lift, leg down, arms down. All right? I'll finish that story after. All right, so I've got my 3s. I feel like 10s. All right, one leg out, hinge forward a little bit, arms up, leg down, arms down. 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 Make sure you're squeezing that side leg and you're bringing that leg up. All right, arms up, leg down, and done. Woo! All right, we've got that cross body and same side crunch, right? Same knee, same elbow, opposite elbow. All right, 3, 2, let's go. So I remember taking my first barre class And we were in bird dog. Maybe we were doing triceps. I don't remember. But they were using 2s and 3s. And they were like, oh, you can use 5s if you want. I grabbed for those 5s and I was humbled right away because of all the pulses and the slow movement. I quickly dropped my weights and did body weight. Nice job. Squeeze the core. Lift in that knee, almost there. 3, 2, rest. All right. We've got that lateral lunge with the arms pushing out and back. All right, so the legs wide. I'm going to start this side. Just because, it doesn't really matter. Switch it up. All right, so lean into the side, push out, bring it back. So push the weights out, squeeze that back. Nice and slow. Nice. Since we're going slower, you can think about the mind to muscle connection. Chest and shoulders, back. Keep that core engaged. Less than 10. 3, 2, rest. All right. We're ending with bare toe touch. Woo! Hopefully, I know we started a little late. Hopefully you can stay for the stretch. All right, in 3, 2, go into bear. And then pike that booty to the ceiling. And reach for your toes, your ankles, your shin, whatever you can reach. Option to even stay in that bear hold as long as you can. And then drop to the knees when you need a break. And then come up into that bear hold. We're already at 10 seconds here. And then you can stay on the ground. 3, 2, rest. Woo! We're going to start stretching on the ground, but you can get up if you need something to drink, which I do. All right. We're going to get into that nice child's pose. Knees wide, toes touching. Woo! Reach those arms forward. Feel that nice stretch. Take deep breaths in. Fill your chest, your lungs. Let's go to the right now. Left hand over right. Stretch those lats. Let's walk to the other side. All right, back to the middle. Let's stretch it one more time in the middle. All right, now let's go in tabletop. Have our toes curled under. Let's lean our booty back just a little bit, right? So we're not totally tabletop. We're going to bring our neck up and down a couple of times. And then we can bring our body into it. So a little cat-cow. But my booty is closer to my heels. I'm not exactly in tabletop. Couple cat-cows here. Let's do one more. All right, now let's thread the needle. Stretch those shoulders. All right, we're going to bring one arm under the other. Come on, Toby. Bring that ear to the ground. Feeling that stretch behind the shoulder. Feeling that nice twist in your torso. All right, let's switch sides. Now your other arm's gonna go under, ear to the ground. All right, back up to all fours. I'm gonna do a half kneeling hip flexor. I'm gonna put towel under my knee, one knee down, one leg forward. Whew. Move your body a little forward. Feel that nice stretch in that hip flexor. While you're here, you can take that arm of the same leg that's back, stretch it over, do a little side reach here. You'll feel it a little bit more in that hip flexor. All right, let's take that down. Now we're going to sit back. Bring that front toe up to the ceiling. Stretch the back of the legs here. Well, that one leg. I feel the stretch more when I'm up here. Some people feel it more when they go all the way down. All right, let's switch. Which knee's on the ground? Lean forward. Once you're in that position, squeeze in that glute. Again, if you would like to do that side stretch, bring that arm over towards that bent knee in the front. All right, bring it down. Let's stretch that hamstring and that front leg. Just gonna do a couple more stretches. All right, let's sit on our booty. I'm gonna do a seated figure four. All right, so I'm gonna bring my right ankle over my left knee. And then I'm gonna try and sit up, bringing that foot in close to my booty as much as I can, feeling the stretch behind that leg, in that glute. Sitting up a little bit more helps me feel it. Don't be afraid to move around in this position so you feel your body where you feel that stretch. All right, let's switch. Left knee over my right. Oof, this is the one. So the other side, I felt the stretch. It felt great. This one, I really feel it. I'm gonna have to stretch this a little bit more later. All right. Let's get into a forward fold position. All right. Legs wider than hip width. Hang here for a second. Sway side to side. Release that lower back, any tension that may be there. Slowly start to come up. Rounding that back on the way up. Rolling those shoulders at the top. Let's do a quick chest opener here. Clasp those hands in the back. Open up that chest. And a quick tricep stretch. Woo. Switch sides. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Just like we started, and out. One more in. And out. Woo, nice job.